Shadow boxing earlier. What's happening? Good.
See, I'm the first ready again.
Let's have a beer, please.
I was 5 minutes early.
What?
What?
your electric
What? Oh,
skateboard.
you come with your skateboard again? Yeah.
We're on your skateboard.
Nice cheese.
I don't like
cloth.
Good, and you? Shit, man. I regret not committing to that golf tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, like, we'll play 4 hours.
The lunch will be good. I've got a thing in Stellenbosch. Then there's Norton thing.
Are you do a harvest in Stellenbosch?
No, he's doing a thing tonight.
Yeah.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of the Boks Unpacked. The All Blacks shocked the Springboks last week. Rassie has set the reset button and called on the Old Guard to lead the team to victory. Mentioning Old Guard, I am joined by Skalkberger and John de Villiers.
Who's the oldest? Who's the oldest of us three here?
We actually sitting here like in
Old.
chronological, like.
That's a big word from Paul, chronological. Anyway, we're going to preview the upcoming test match. Boys, surviving silly season? Let's do a liver check-in. Out of 10, Scala, how's your liver doing?
Oh, no, I've been very calm this week.
Me too.
Had a few beers on the golf course. I was on the golf course yesterday.
Should we start with last week?
Last week.
Before Ellis Park.
I find away games always harder than home games. Home games are, where you are, you're comfortable with your surroundings, where other embarrassers or fories or monos. We know, like, the people around us. Away games is tricky. You get caught up in the hype of it all. Obviously altitude's got an effect on our performance. Shimmy, most definitely. Definitely yours.
28 degrees in Pretoria.
It was beautiful weather.
Last week was a big one, and I think the one coming, like Soweto, is going to be...
Yeah.
Double vodka, Red Bull for breakfast, beers. How's that corner at John's Golf Day?
Yeah.
The most disappointing performance of that golf day was the guy that came in.
Can we just a special mention for man of the match, Andrew Mertens?
Yeah. Legend.
that's like a...
We should tell the viewers that post being on the show on the Wednesday, recording, he did put in a man of a match performance the following day at the golf day.
It was the easiest Q&A. I always said, like, doing a Q&A with Nick Mallet, like, it's the most you'll get paid per word. And, like, that's definitely not true anymore. It's Andrew Mertens. You ask one question and 45 minutes later you handed the mic back, and like me and Shemi was just ordering beers on the side.
Ask one question, put on the mic. Lovely. No, he owned it, though. Let's give him credit. He owned it.
We're going to ignore your performance.
What performance?
Didn't play golf because, I understand your shoulder's sore. Rocked up late.
What do you mean rocked up late for what? For the golf?
Sat in the corner, had a beer, thanked all of us. Didn't come to was he at the brow afterwards?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, he was there.
I don't remember seeing you because you're so quiet.
But it's weird when
you're
everyone...
on Instagram in the corner.
It's weird when he's in Pretoria, everyone refers to him as Mike Bollos. I mean, I know it is kind of... It's kind of weird for you.
Okay. Your performance, it wasn't a great... Where did you go that night? We all slept at John's house. I jumped into the bed. In the room, the mattresses were there, Mertens, and the little pig, Peter Dixon in the corner. Snoring away in the corner there.
How good was it seeing little Fester Adams there?
Yeah.
No, the funniest one was when he said, Bonnie's dog's got a thyroid problem. It needs a Zempic.
Like, after, like, 6 brandies, his eyes take over his face. Have you seen that? Like, the eyes just get bigger and bigger.
Hey, bugger.
Hey, bugger.
Hey, bugger, what you doing now, bugger? What you up to? Have you diversified yet?
Your dog needs to go on a Zempic.
He's got a thyroid problem.
Guys, okay, so we're doing well. Okay, let's go to YouTube quickly. There's a guy as from On the Verdict, Safa Zimba wrote, forget the analysis. What about Scala's second day hangover voice?
It was bad. It was bad.
Yeah, it was bad.
The never ending cold.
Jeez, guys, but I lost it in the stands there, like you guys will know. Like, it's quite rowdy when you put in the stands where we were. You got to scream a little bit. So, look, I did have a hangover, but not on Monday.
No, it sounded like it. But are we going to talk about? Are we going to talk about the 45? If we say sharp, let's say we're starting 8 a.m. sharp. What does that mean? How do you like...
You get that quarter to... You leave home early, you get you at quarter to 8 and you start at 8.
Yeah.
I got here 20 past 8, but
That's not very sharp.
does that count?
Was that 20 past?
That was 20 past.
I don't think it was 20 past. No, it was
What
half
time was
past.
it?
It was half past. You know, and what I only saw.
Well, guys, I'm also not going to sprint up the stairs here. You're joking.
No, but that was my worst thing. So then you do the social media stuff beforehand.
Yeah, because obviously I've got to go somewhere afterwards.
But
I've
you're
got to
fine.
do it before.
Yeah, you're fine.
What did you do afterwards?
No,
Because
I
you
was-
were very stressed.
I was very stressed, but it worked out.
You had an event?
Sorry for being late,
There was
guys.
no, but
You had
the
an event?
traffic was terrible.
No,
that was terrible.
guys, sorry, I was stuck in the Saks parking lot for 45 minutes.
No, we made it work.
You had an
Do we
event?
forgive and forget?
Yeah.
Shimmy, you
Yeah,
know,
no,
that's
yeah.
that's my motto. And I mean, you know,
What's your motto in life?
you can also, I mean, you know, life happens, Shimmy. It's not about, you know, criticizing people all the
I
time.
want to
and
see how
trying
long this
to-
lasts.
Yeah.
This is John, good times, John. This is
You know, you
fair
gotta-
weather, JDV.
I'll
gotta-
even forgive you for wearing those shoes today.
No, seriously, did your child dress you again?
What do you mean? Cheaters, bro.
If your name is Jean, do you have to have Jean in your techies or not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was. What did you bounce here or what? Yeah.
Since when do we get the laughs from the crew? That's not allowed.
It's like, oh,
Yes.
oh, those
Those are
high
nice,
tops.
eh?
You look like a Canadian hip hop musician. Anyway,
No, it's nice.
let's go. Okay.
Dirty Joe Dirt has entered the
Just
building.
follow that script. You gotta laugh now.
I gotta follow the script. Okay. Highlights this week so far?
Yes, I've had a busy week with the home game, but I've been up in Joburg for 2
you
days
did
as well. So And
must be the Lions' performance.
that's the
guys.
highlight for me. Yeah,
What a game, man.
That Lions performance.
Wow.
Again, I kind of predicted it before and saying
That's the hardest gig.
Oh, so you said you predicted it? I'm just
What?
saying, no, in your
Predicted
humble
what?
opinion, you predicted it.
predicted what?
That performance. That's what you said. You kind of predicted
I
it.
said before, and yes, I did. You can ask Marshy, you know, and the whole of New Zealand because I did it for Sky.
Yeah. Did they pay you?
No.
Okay.
See, Jimmy, that's also where you need to learn. Sometimes you just help friends out.
Okay.
You don't have to
Okay,
get
let's talk
paid.
about the
No,
performance.
you don't. No, but seriously, because
Okay.
everyone's talking about it. No, you're getting it's a bit bad now.
Okay, let's go.
No, seriously, when is enough enough?
Oakley, Addy, we're sponsored by Levi Jeans also. You're like a free man walking around.
Okay,
You can make it a profit out of,
What-
out of your outfit, sorry.
sure you can.
Yeah? Exactly.
What do we talk about?
The Lions.
Lions.
Oh, yeah. No, I said, like, I think of the four. So obviously New Zealand, the New Zealand fans didn't know the Lions team that well. Because obviously they don't, not so in tune with URC. And all I said was they traditionally, they have been over the last couple of years the weakest URC team, even though the Sharks have been underperforming as well. But of the four franchises, they probably got the closest to their full strength team that they were able to select. So in terms of consistency and being able to play structure, they were the best set for that. And then I mentioned two names, Batu Hlekane
Yeah.
and Siya Kolisi
Yeah.
as guys to look out for.
both
And I mean, they were
They were
incredible.
unbelievable.
They were incredible. Yeah.
Some cracking tries scored in that game. Unfortunately for the Lions, it's in pre-season for him. And if they do have a strength, it's like the fact that they can run you off your feet in Ellis Park. But they ran
But they got
themselves.
tired, eh?
They ran themselves off their feet. They got off to that hot start, lost control of the game, and then after halftime when they came out firing, I was like, oof, maybe there is a chance.
Yeah.
And then they just unfortunately fell short. Same players that play well for them in URC played well in this game for us. It was Smith Flav controlled it beautifully. He's done so all along. You mentioned Siya Kolisi. He played exceptionally well. Hlekane was carrying it.
Anticipation's so good.
Yeah, he looks comfortable in the loose, which is amazing. And eventually they just ran out of a bit of firepower up front as well. Which was a bit of an issue for them to control the game. We're not taking away anything away from the All Blacks. Rico Ioane again against our franchises. He's looked dynamite. Scores a couple. Beautiful skill sets in all of those tries from them.
You
got to admire their bravery, though. You think, Scala, you might...
The Lions.
Yeah, both teams, though, it felt like a super rugby game. That's what it, the old school, that's what it felt like. The way the two teams going at each other, not scared to have a run.
Have a go.
Yeah.
But I think for the All Blacks, what will be the encouraging thing and versus the disappointment for the Lions would be when they needed, possession and the ball, the All Blacks went back to, excuse me, the set phases. So the scrum came through and the maul came through for them at the end, where the Lions were actually quite dominant from a scrummaging point of view. So
in the beginning,
that one scrum with like 5 minutes to go, they got the turnover, got the penalty, and from there, the Lions never got the ball back. So they can be so proud of that performance as a union and all the individuals as well. But again, the All Blacks found a way and they got back into it. And, the ability to score tries, it doesn't get much better than the All Blacks.
Guys, just quickly, Jean, apparently you've been doing so much harvesting this week. It's like the Free State depends on you. One more harvest and you'll be on the cover of Landbouw Weekblad.
Do you like that?
Landbouw Weekblad. The harvest machine. Hey?
That's
Printing
not true.
paper, boy.
Do you not feel guilty by saying that, knowing that you have been busier than me?
Okay, well, the Castle Double Malt Greatest Rivalry Tour isn't the only rugby that's been going on. Japan have just lost their home series to Australia 2-0.
Yes,
Didn't
sir.
watch any of it. Sorry, boys. Yeah.
I watched the first one.
And in classic, so the punchline is, and in classic Eddie Jones fashion, he made headlines by revealing that he's been getting his players to watch videos of migrating geese to help improve their rugby.
Of what?
Migrating geese.
Yeah.
Migrating geese to improve their rugby.
Yeah, it's like when you migrate to the bar when you go out.
They're like the flying V. But what is how do we get to rugby from the flying geese?
You got to be aligned, like the
Gotta be
flying
aligned.
V, And
The strong ones at the front, when you get tired, you look after.
he was always in the back.
Yeah. It's like showing up an event and just
And I ask
ticking a
again,
box.
and rugby? No.
When it comes to mauling, it's also being able to get that V going.
I get what he's saying, but like if Cheslin Colby is in front of the mall, he ain't going nowhere.
So the V works for him, then you pull him out. And the strong one, the strong one goes to the front.
But Ches is not selected for the weekend.
Yeah.
No, he's
Anyway,
not. Okay.
what's the weirdest coaching method you guys have seen?
Anywho,
Besides Cam Stoldrot.
There's been heaps. The contact specialists.
Yeah.
When we were crawling 100 meters, 200 meters.
and stuff like that. So.
Crawling.
Crawling, jumping.
Good exercise.
All I know is like the first time there was a live breakdown and I was running towards him and he was waiting for me to do a sprawl crawl. I just absolutely bombed him with the head straight, and that was the end of me and him doing any contact post that. Like, I mean, it's a different game, rugby. It's not wrestling. Sure, wrestlers can be strong, but I mean, we've got to blow blokes off their feet with a hard body part. So that was weird. We basically did 200 meters crawling pre-season.
High Rocks. That's where High Rocks was started.
Guys,
And
I look at High Rocks and
How
I
the pit
think
cards go?
it's actually like I can do most of it except the burpee.
And the running.
The burpee, you can forget about a burpee. Like it's the worst. I mean, like I'm reasonably tall. It's the worst thing in the world.
But how about, what's it
you
called?
shouldn't be
The
doing burpees.
A devil press.
Once you get to 40 years old,
You can't.
you can't do a burpee.
No,
or a burpee
Why
or
not?
jump. You shouldn't be doing that.
Why?
You still do.
Okay, do a burpee then.
Yeah, I can do a burpee. But how about a devil press where you have the...
What is it?
Those shoes are made for burpees. Eh?
Where you...
There's so much, there's so much. You
after-
just bounce up and you do a burpee.
After
those
that
things.
down,
Are those
you want a
shoes?
burpee.
Are those burpee
Where you
shoes?
have weights in your hands. So
Yeah.
you do like a burpee exercise.
with weights.
With weights and then the press.
Okay, but like my
That is-
motto
Oh,
post rugby.
devil press.
Devil, yeah.
My
that's
mot-
easy, man.
My motto post rugby is no pain, no pain. The devil's press, the burpee, and the assault bike is neither of those. It's
Scala,
not
you say
happening.
that jump on a mountain bike and do what you do on a mountain bike. That's
Like
not fun.
I love a mountain bike. I can do
But
that.
that's not fun, though.
It's not pain. It's fun. You're cycling around there. Shimmy, I mean, it's like you work a little bit for it, but like
You work.
the reward's coming downhill.
Have you cycled to Scala?
Can you not do a burpee?
Yes, I can.
Show me.
Oh dear.
What, a burpee?
Yeah.
I'll do a burpee. I'll do a burpee.
Here's the forfeit, the real forfeit.
Okay.
What? Up, down, bounce up.
Yeah, but your chest needs to touch. You need ground and then.
Will you do one after me?
Sorry,
shoulder.
is there medics close by? No.
Okay, go. Whoa. No. 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 Delete that. Delete that.
Pause it back.
No, what was that?
Show me a burpee.
What was that?
That was a frog jump.
This was a frog jump. I tried, guys. It's been a long lunch. So, what's the, okay?
Okay, get your breath back.
Sorry, man. Can I see a replay of that?
Slow-mo. Please, can we get that in slow-mo?
Okay. Let's see. We'll do.
Listen
Okay,
here,
now we've taken it there.
Sorry, my motto is
Push-ups. Let's see in a minute. Who can do the most?
You know what the answer is going to be? Shoulder.
No. Shoulder.
I can't do any of those, guys. My motto is no pain,
I can easily
no pain.
push up, but I'm not doing a minute push-up.
Okay, 30 seconds.
No, I'm going to sweat. I don't want to sweat.
Your hair's sweating.
That shirt's going to be navy blue by the time
Your hair's sweating. Yeah?
Are we going to talk rugby as well today?
Yeah, no, we're getting there. Okay, motivational tricks. We'll leave the coaching stuff. We're not going anywhere with that. Mentioning coaches, guys, I think as a Rassie's not meeting with Nche Amashikeli pre-kickoff.
So neither him nor Dave Rennie.
What thoughts on that? I think the guys sent enough footage during the week to actually have a meeting. What you're going to discuss what's been sent already?
I think it's just like the unknown for the coaches. You prep aside, you think you're going to get reward in certain areas of the game. On the day, the referee sees it different, and you've prepped your sides wrong. So I think from both sides, like they'll be more comfortable talking to the referees. If this is the way forward, like I'm quite happy with it. Like if you don't actually get the referees involved prior to a game. But then also, like with all these things, then the reward's got to work both ways. If you are dominant in a certain facet, whether you're the All Blacks or the Springboks, you've got to get reward. You can't then go dominant at scrum time but play it away, for example, or dominant in transition play but not get the reward off the back of it. Same with breakdowns, same with the aerial contest. And I think for the coaches, they just want to say what they've prepped their sides. They've spent this entire week picking a side, training certain things, and if you don't get reward because the referee on the day sees it differently, that's a frustration for you.
But it's also, Scala, I think it's the players being able to adapt on the day, because even sometimes when you have conversations prior to it, it gets interpreted and executed in a different way on the field. And you as a team and individually as players, you need to be able to adapt to that. And I think that is where the communication from the captain to the referee must be really clear. And then you need to be able to actually take that message and get to your team and say, okay, we need to adapt, we need to change in this area or that area. And I think that is an area where we can still improve. But then also taking into account that from a refereeing point of view, you want consistency in terms of that. So look, it's not a perfect science. I think it's ever changing. And it is so difficult.
I think also what's really important nowadays, like you always blame the man with the whistle in the middle, but their team between the ARs and the video ref and that
4 or 5 or 6, whatever.
That constant communication. And we've been involved in a lot of games where I think it's been overplayed or something pops up and the referee looks at it once and he goes, well, I don't see anything wrong with it. And then all of a sudden the video referee says, I agree with that. But like, why then prompt him in the first place?
Yeah.
So only prompt him on certain things that you are focusing on or whatever the interpretation of that law is. Often we waste 5 or 10 minutes discussing something that's had no bearing on the game. So, like, I think it's difficult for the referee. I mean, back in our days, we had referees with quite big personalities, quite a few of them.
We had some great refs, if you think about it. I mean, up-and-coming paper, Jonathan Kaplan.
Yeah.
And who else?
South African refs.
Yeah. Some great South African.
Craigie Bear.
Craigie Bear, great.
Yeah.
And Tappe Henning.
Tappe. Yeah, they're all on the
Frick
international.
Burger.
Yeah, Frick Burger. You ref me in schoolboy games. Frick Burger. We beat Paul Jim.
Lawrence.
Mark Lawrence.
Mark
Mark Lawrence. We had some fantastic refs, actually.
Philly Roos.
Yeah.
Berry came on later. He was also international ref.
Who's that?
Stu Berry.
Yeah, Stu Berry. You're right. With some really good refs. But tell me, so
very good.
Just so with this now, both coaches have to agree to meet the ref together.
That is correct.
It's never going to happen.
No.
Yeah.
Imagine, Scala. I mean,
well, I just don't think logistically it can happen.
But so would it be in the same meeting room? Like basically sitting across each other, or the ref meets Dave Rennie, then he meets Rassie?
That's
How
the
does it
way
work?
I understand it, is that all three needs to...
No, but then you
They all
rather
sit around in a circle.
then you'd rather just say let's
not gonna happen.
Let's not meet. You know, like
Yeah, because mine is, then imagine, Scala, we playing, or you coaching, so the South Africans do this, no, the New Zealanders do this. That
like-
meeting will never, ever.
Yeah.
Rassie's going. You know, the All Blacks swing around the side and they're playing on 9 with their feet, playing the ball, not coming through the gate. You know, what's Dave Rennie saying on the other side? He says, no, like, well,
No, I'm not.
no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And what's the referee saying? Okay, hold on, you two fellas. That's not how I'm going to see it this weekend.
Yeah.
It's never happening.
Yeah, look, on a good side, like Rassie said you'd have a beer with Dave Rennie in Cape Town on the Friday evening before the game,
Nice.
which is quite nice. So I mean, that is quite a nice gesture.
Well, that's rugby, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, like,
That is the one
Brandy
thing...
and Coke, you reckon?
Yeah, probably.
nah, I think you start with a beer. Don't you?
That has been the one thing that has been so, I think, so good from this tour is for us off the field as well. You know, meeting up with former All Black players, you know, having a drink, doing events, etc. And I think
You've got quite a
respect-
fancy event on
Scala,
this
why
evening.
are we staring at Dan Carter like that? We saw it on social media.
Like he's pretty, isn't he? Not like I was actually.
what does it do,
you,
Ma?
you know, like the magic of television. There was actually a guy screaming my name, so I wasn't staring Dan up and down. I was looking at the back here because like where we were sitting, like the guys were basically like you can reach out and
Cock, it's fun.
you
It's
can reach
okay.
out.
It's fun.
It's okay.
Do more.
We're modern
That's-
men. You can say these
I-
things.
I did say Dan was pretty.
I think you're pretty, Scala. I'm allowed to say that.
Thank you, but like
And you, John.
Thank you, Shami.
we
You
can
know, those peptides are working.
we can appreciate good-looking people, can't
We
no?
can appreciate it.
You love your own jokes. Yeah? You're very pretty.
Yeah, you can say I love you. You know what I mean? As men now. Yeah.
Yeah, but it gets
I
a bit
also-
weird
I
when
like-
John comes
I
and
also
says,
like
I
you.
love you.
Yeah. Love.
I also like you.
I'm getting weird here, guys. Can I? Like,
So why are we staring at Dan Carter like that?
no, I just said like he's pretty, but like I wasn't actually staring him up and down because there was a guy about to pinch my calf here, and I was like,
Was he also pretty?
no,
Was he also pretty?
no, it was painted as a springbok. I was like, nah, Winnie.
Guys, what has happened?
No, you're
to
talking
this
about
show?
rugby
What
and
is that?
getting
No,
emotional about it.
how good it's been. How
Yeah.
good it's been. The rivalry on the field, but also to meet up with guys that you used to play against and just relive that, and also the respect that is there both ways. I think it's been really
Yeah,
good.
it's
And
been
the whole-
unreal.
I think the whole of South Africa's bought into it, and you know, everything that has come from the New Zealand supporters, everything's been positive. Obviously, from a South African point of view, the results hasn't been that great, but from an experience point of view, I think it's been a really great experience for everyone.
I saw it on a billboard.
Oh yes, the
What's
Eddie.
it? Is it blue? What's it? Is it blue? The blue ice? Is it blue ice? The stair on Zoolander.
The what?
Is it
Blue Steel.
blue steel? Blue ice? Blue steel? Yeah, blue steel, boy. Give
Oh,
us
that's
that
the
look.
one with you and Dan Carter.
Yeah, the blue steel, blue ice,
Yeah.
blue steel. Give us the look.
No.
Okay, guys, let's go. Okay, New Zealand against Lions. Let's quickly look at that game. Then we'll talk about selection with the two teams.
Yeah, is there a question there, or
Eh?
just a statement?
Is it the blueprint to beat the All Blacks, taking the game to them like the Lions did?
Well, two things out of that game: the way they started the game, the Lions, and then also the ability to execute and convert 22-meter entries.
Yeah.
You know, you change that from a South Africa. If South Africa starts well this weekend, the way that the Lions started in the first half, the way they started the second half, and the execution and conversion rate in 22-meter entries, we win the game.
Yeah, a big difference this week is we're in Cape Town and there's a bit of weather around on Saturday. Way we set up our team, I also think it's going to be it's a bit of trench warfare this weekend.
More of an arm wrestle.
More of an arm wrestle. Cape Town games, 5 o'clock. Okay, it's not that late, but sunset's quite early. That field gets like that layer on, so it's quite hard. Highfield games, the transition's so quick. It's not that quick in Cape Town. So kicking game is going to be imperative for the Boks to create 22 entries. It's going to be harder this weekend, but when you do get there, you got to make it count. And last week, the error rate from the Boks in and around that 22 took pressure off the All Blacks. So they got immediate reward for a great defensive set because the Boks knocked it on. They weren't under pressure for long enough periods of time to actually fall off tackles or make errors or get onto a team warning. But in saying that, you know, if the Springboks come into this game being conservative, I don't think that's the way to go either. You've got to chance your arm and play some proper rugby. Handré Pollard looks sharp so far this season, looked exceptional coming off the bench in a tricky game there in Buenos Aires. Man of the match in his previous start for the Boks. So there's no doubting that he can do a great job for us, but it's a 23-man effort. And the problem is the pressure. You know, what happens if the Boks lose this weekend? Like, we can't fathom that, but like,
yeah,
you know, then you got to go and fight for a draw in the series. So, you know, the All Blacks, you know, like, this is their big one, I think.
They'll throw everything at it.
They're going to throw everything at this game.
I think more so the fact that we're in Cape Town is that your opportunities will be less than what you'll have in the Highveld, so your conversion is more important. I also think from a strategy point of view, when you get dominance from a scrummaging or morning point of view, you'll take the points this week. You know, build some scoreboard pressure rather than going for the line all the time. In my view, you know, I might be wrong, but I think there'll be value in that. But then also looking at historically at the Boks, 2019 lost against New Zealand in the World Cup first game. 2023 lost to Ireland. 2021 Lions to lost the first game. So in terms of big competition,
last year Auckland, Wellington.
Yeah, you know, so maybe it's a strategy from the Boks. But please don't do it.
Nah.
So it
No,
does
like
put extra pressure.
It's a nerve. This weekend will be a nervous watch.
Yeah.
But there's a trend, you know. So,
but Scala, none of us saw. I mean, you can say Eden Park, or it's like the Boks winning at Eden Park.
Yeah,
We didn't see them losing at Ellis Park. I'll be honest with you. I was very pretty confident, and rightly so. But you look at the set piece, what we did more than enough to win that game.
Yeah, we did. But like again, I don't think any Springbok sides played against the All Blacks side made 24 unforced errors and walked away with the result, unless, you know, the All Blacks did exactly that and returned the favour by making 20 mistakes themselves.
yeah.
I think the thing that we said in the week, or at least from our side, is like, we're not going to get that much reward for our dominance we had in certain areas, and that was the kicking game, our physicality, obviously our scrums and our line-out maul. Like, if the All Blacks had to go down to 14 men, no doubt the Boks would have scored off the back of one of those, and then I think like it sort of would have kicked them into gear. But the fact that they had all this dominance and made all these errors on the ball, like, it robs you of confidence. So this week will be tricky. Like, imagine starting this week, the plan works, like we get the same dominance, aerial battle, we get that first 22 entry and we don't convert.
Yeah.
That momentum that's in the back of your mind. Even though there's a few changes in this team, it's still Springbok side coached by the same coaches, the leader corps. Yes, you've got a Siya Kolisi back, but there's still the same players on the field. Get into the 22 the second time, you don't convert. In the whole week, the talk would be, what's happened to our 22 conversion? And like, sometimes that plays against you. Yep.
I think this is the most experienced Springbok team ever selected, ever in the history of Springboks.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Have you got a number of the caps there?
Yeah, that's a lot. I don't know.
You don't have the number.
No, it's a very... Guys, what thoughts on Richie Mo'unga getting his first game in South Africa?
Yeah, he had moments of brilliance, but then some kicking errors, and maybe
weird. Yeah.
Maybe that's coming down to the Japan game and the way that they approached the game, where kicking might not play as a critical part in terms of their game plan. So kicking out the hand, a little bit disappointing at times. Kicking at goal, obviously took over from Boden Barrett at one stage, but such a quality player. And I think that's the amazing thing about this New Zealand squad is like, how do you see Richie Mo'unga get back into the 23 with Ruben Love playing the way that he's playing, and with D-Mac at 15, because you're covering two fly-off positions there.
You think Mo'unga and Barrett, not in the All Black starting
Not in
testing.
the All Black, so it shows you the depth that they have in that position, and the quality that they have within their squad. Rico Ioane, same thing, such a good performer, like you mentioned, Scala, but not being able to crack it in the 23.
Yeah, he's been in decent form from the URC playing for Leinster. We obviously got to see a lot of him, and he's just kicked on this tour.
Scala, your thoughts on another loose forward, Ethan Blackadder, workhorse?
Yeah, I like him. I've always been a big fan of Ethan Blackadder. Actually, he had bad luck with injuries. Like was it 2 seasons ago where he came in, he had a proper go at it, and then unfortunately broke down. But like any loose forward who's a workhorse with a decent skill set and some physicality, like there's so much value for him. Like we've got a bloke playing 100 test matches this week, and Pieter-Steph du Toit.
Yeah.
Like work rate, physicality, decent skill set in the wide channels. Like you can't replace them, like they're incredible. So like Ethan Blackadder, I think still going forward, I think he's got a ceiling that's higher than most. I actually think he's got the potential to really, if you get a great run of games under the belt, make a serious push for starting 15 for the All Blacks.
I bumped into him at the hotel last week, and I saw the story of him. How cool is it that his dad played in the 1996 tour to South Africa, and now him playing 30 years later. That's pretty special for their family.
Played plenty against, like a little bit against Todd, and then like he became a coach for the Crusaders and then for Bath. So always, after the game, beer in hand, good man to have a chat to. Yeah. Amazing guy.
But his dad, almost similar to the son, hardworking.
Yes.
And you speak to most of the guys from the Crusaders. Todd Blackadder is the man there. He was the one that sort of got this culture of hard work.
Yes.
Knuckle down, just work hard, and that's where you get rewarded. Guys, look at the All Black team. George Bauer, Taylor, Lomax, Holland, Tupu Vai at 5, Parker, Jacobson, Sevilla, Roy God, Ruben Love. So pretty stock stand. Leroy Carter, Jordy Barrett, Tupaya, Jordan, McKenzie.
So like 3 changes, 2 of them's injury enforced.
And one positional.
Yeah, so De Groot and Lord hit each other in that tackle where Jasper Visser carried through the middle. So I take that's, one is a head injury, maybe, something else, a busted shin bone or something. And then Leroy Carter gets a start, which is like, that's obviously the tactical, because Moby's still on the bench.
Yeah, he's still on the bench.
Simon Parker, physical, 117 kilograms. Yeah, you don't see a lot of him, but he gets some work done.
Yeah.
I think more Bauer coming in at Lucid, because he certainly stabilised the scrum, even though it wasn't the starting pack that he was up against initially. And I'd love to get your views here, Shami.
No, you carry on. Carry on talking about scrums.
No, I think that's a big move for them, because also from a South African point of view, and that is where I would like to get your opinion, with the reserves that New Zealand will bring on from a front row point of view versus what we have on the bench this week, more towards scrummaging than players with ball in hand, way stronger.
The question for me is Nche on the bench.
Yeah.
Nche had that big scrum, remember, against the Bulls?
Yes.
On the right-hand side, so further away from the grandstand. A big scrum. He's a mobile loose head, but I'm not sure his scrumming will be tested. Yeah. That's even George Bauer against Will Color.
And then Thomas du Toit.
Yeah, and Thomas du Toit. I thought maybe a bigger hooker, but Cody Taylor is one of the leaders. Yeah, so it's going to go down to the bench to the end, but I can almost tell you that I can see the same scrum picture happening. That happened, but also in New Zealand, what worries me, with New Zealand, all those scrums, it was on their ball.
Yeah.
Japan would survive a South African scrum by getting the ball in and out and playing quickly. New Zealand, they try to go for long sets. It didn't work for them.
Yes.
Now, does your ego and pride tell you, listen, guys, we're not going to survive here, get the ball in and out? On South African ball, we try to go for it. Because the contest changes once you change the front rows.
Can you do both, Shami? Can you have that mentality of going only survive here and then turn around to attack?
Depending if you feel that.
Because whenever I've been in that situation, is like that survival mentality against a stronger scrum, it does not serve you well.
Yeah,
you've got to go out and attack, and we're talking a lot about scrums here, which is
no, but I think it's good because my question to
you've got to have that ability to go, let's fight fire with fire.
My question to you is,
if you got the fire,
if Shami, but if we go so hard at scrum on their ball, and we've seen it quite a couple of times, and they do get 8, they do get it to the back, and they do the pick and go. They make massive meters. So when do we, or is that just a all-out strategy?
Wilkolo picked to hold scrums.
Nice.
No, but I'm not talking about Wilkolo.
Was Nche picked to hold scrums?
I'm talking about the loose forwards.
Think about it.
I'm talking about I get that. Yeah. But what I'm saying is, do you just commit to that 8-man scrum and then we sacrifice that?
The Springbok side do. It's fully committed. It's not Jacobson will bail out from the All Blacks. Like he'll lift his head. Like you remember that one scrum where we had complete dominance. We couldn't play it out the back because he was flying and he got Grant.
Yeah.
Man and ball, whether he was onside or not. Like
That's not allowed.
That's another point. Like this weekend, same like last weekend, how many times penalty advantage did we effectively launch off the back of it? We weren't allowed to get out. This week, like that focus will be how many times to the box on penalty advantage with a free play score? That's
it's a double penalty. You can't do that.
That's a professional foul.
It's a professional foul. You got to let the other team play. You can't give penalty on penalty.
I think the All Blacks want to get out in the vacuum and bail out. Like our loose forwards they've bought into the scrum. So first thing first, the scrum. And like scrums in Cape Town can be a bit longer. You know, like you also hope the referee affords it's winter down here, even though our winter has been amazing. Like this field can become a little bit slippery right at night. So you afford a couple of resets and then, let the contest happen.
Cool. Because I need the toilet.
Okay, go, Shim.
What do you mean?
Thank you very much. You've done well. You can't just call me a prick.
Is there cold beers at the back there?
Okay, and then two burpees when you get back. No, I think we'll agree you can't do a burpee. That I can guarantee you.
Today is a big day. We have the honor to buy South Africa's car.
Yes, sir!
Make her go YOLO and buy her.
YOLO!
Make her a deal on her Kia that makes her go
Mamma mia!
Make him an offer on his Amarok that makes him say
Live
for her hyena. That money must be in the bank account before they can say, darling, we're going to Margate.
Yes!
Are you ready?
Yes!
Are you hungry?
Yes!
No! I ate at home. Saki, you're not ready. The rest of you, buy South Africa's cars.
Yeah!
We buy cars. We're passionate about buying your car.
Guys, don't forget, if you don't have tickets for this weekend's game to the Castle Double Malt Greatest Rivalry Tour, you can go to Castle Boktown and watch it. That's right. The best seat outside the stadium, Joburg, Soweto, Cape Town, Bloemfontein, screens, local music, festival atmosphere. Take your mates along. If you cannot get to the game, you can go to Castle Boktown anywhere around the country. All right, guys, let's look at the Boks. If the Boks lose in Cape Town, they go 2-0, stating the obvious. They can no longer win the 4-test series. Match 101.
Yeah.
Actually, talking about... John, actually, I should have said this at the beginning of the show. I went to the box, the Spar box after the game. There was a guy called Jason. No, my brother-in-law was there.
Oh, okay.
So invited me to the box at Ellis Park. So there's a guy, I said, no, I went to university, John. And a guy called Jason De Freitas. He said, Justin De Freitas. He said they were doing economics, writing an economics exam. And John was sitting behind Justin De Freitas. And all he heard was John behind him say, "Mark up."
That's not true.
No, it's my story. Can I tell the story? He heard John shout, "Mark up." So, because John obviously hadn't studied. He was too busy, taking peptides or whatever it was. But he said, "Mark up." And then he said he opened up and then said, "Near fuck, this an Engels." He wanted to copy his economics exam.
Nah.
Yeah, I love it how they make stories about it. But it's a good story,
Yeah,
though.
it's a good story.
Did you?
No. Then I would have passed.
Economics.
I can remember economics 101.
Yeah.
So we write the exam end of year. This is a true story. And as we sit in the exam hall, I just wrote down, because I didn't study for the thing. Yeah. I just wrote down my guess for who would go on the Springbok end of year tour. That's all I wrote in my exam paper. Yeah. Props, hooker, locks, all of that.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Like I remember sitting in Jake White, long meetings back in the day, and it was all about, everyone had to know each other's roles, where they had to go on the field, and we're sitting there, and then, we've done it a fair few times, so I was pretty clued up. And then I'm sitting there writing on a piece of paper. So Brent Russell's like, "Why are you taking notes?" And I said, "No, it's not notes. It's like I'm writing down every single beer I've ever drunk." So Brent Russell goes, "Okay, give it to me." So Brent goes, he says, "Jesus, it's quite an impressive list, but you missed Grolsch." I was like, "Thank you." I put Grolsch on there.
Guys, how do the Springboks claw this back? Do the Springboks have a choice, chaps?
What do you mean a choice?
Yeah, it's win at all costs this week.
Win at all costs.
Yeah.
Remember, what's that Cape Town game we played here? Was it 2 years ago, 3 years ago? Tight as anything. Henry Pollard started.
That was last year, wasn't it? Australia last year.
2 years ago. We didn't play here last year. We played them away. 2 years ago. Cape Town test. Was it Joburg first? And then, Henry Pollard. I don't know what the end score was. Low scoring game. It was a proper wrestle. Henry Pollard slot his penalties. We won 18 something.
Yeah, thingy, the fullback did his ACL for Australia.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking Australia. I'm talking about the All Black game.
Oh, the All Black game.
Remember, 2 years ago? 3 years ago? 2 years ago?
2 years ago. You're right.
2 years ago?
Yes.
That was a win at all costs team we picked.
For Cape Town.
For Cape Town. For Cape Town and for Cape Town only. I think we've got to be more ambitious because this All Black side's got nothing. They're going to throw everything at it. We know that. I think in Cape Town, maybe we get a couple of seconds extra on defence to really go damage them like we did last week. But then again, if we are not accurate and you create transition ball for the All Blacks, they get width on attack and they counter punch like they did last week. If they sit in defence and they get away with like not conceding points, all of a sudden the counter attack. I mean that's what the Boks did for a large part under Rassie, was sit back in defence, wait for your opportunities and counter punch. I mean that's the risk you run. How brave is the Springboks? And I think that's something the coaches and the players will be wrestling with themselves.
I think I said it on the verdict. I think the strategy remains the same for the Boks.
Yeah, we got reward.
Yeah, it's just being able to get the execution right. And yes, everything is a little bit slower. Yes, with the ball potentially being wet on the weekend, it will be different. But if you take the way that we were able to dominate the air on the weekend, that will be even more important here in Cape Town. Ethan Hooker was really good last year, playing on the wing, being able to contest in the air. And the same for Kurtley and Damien Willems, phenomenal last weekend as well. If you get that, and if we can get our transition play right, a guy like Andre, will be open to the opportunity of playing territory, but then also being open to the opportunity of keeping it in hand and firing some shots at the All Black defence. Yeah. If we can do that, get a bit of confidence and get the execution right, then I certainly do think that we'll get the result.
Of the All Black back
and same level of physicality that we showed on
the All Black
Saturday.
back three, you find
viciousness.
I think you try and find Leroy Carter in the backfield. Just from what I've seen in the air, you try and find him.
Yeah, chaps. Okay, Carter in for Morby.
It's an interesting one.
That's quite an interesting selection.
So obviously Morby
was good under the high ball, wasn't he?
Missed the tackle on Andre Esterhuizen.
Yeah.
That was about it.
Yeah. But how many guys have done that?
Yeah, plenty.
I mean, you would miss him in your prime.
Yeah,
Yes.
I think all of us would.
Yeah, all of us would. Yeah.
I think maybe coaches have got a gut feel. They feel a way.
Yeah.
They think this game's going to play out. Maybe Leroy Carter is that X factor, score a try out of nothing type of player that he wants. He thinks maybe he'll sit in defence for large parts. They're going to make a turnover at the breakdown, hack it through, and they want to go, okay, who's getting there first? Is it Morby or is it Leroy Carter? He's probably gone, I think Leroy Carter's got that little X factor for us to create something out of nothing. Like we often look at Cheslin to do that, or you look at like a Kurtley Aronson to do that for us. So maybe that is... the one player thinks, okay, he's got X factor and we need to go score worldy, like a 10% try. It's not on, but, someone can go score it for us. So, for the big moment.
Interesting selection, yeah.
Yeah, and for us, I think it's huge having Siya back. I can't see him going 80, probably 50 minutes on the weekend.
Yep.
The fact that Paul de Villiers is totally out, was that a surprise? Totally out of the
I thought he
23?
was exceptional. I think it's just the balance of the bench. That's all it is. And so, you obviously got Dion Fourie there. I think he's going to predominantly play open side flanker. Marks will try and go as long as possible. Go 80. Nowadays we look at 80 minutes as a massive performance, and our day it was the stock standard performance.
Let's say we have the situation, because I can't see Siya going 80. Let's say we go Siya at 50. You replace him with Dion Fourie. Okay, he has shown what he can do.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, Malcolm Marx gets injured somewhere in this game as well.
Yeah.
If we sit with that scenario, do you go, Branas goes to 2 and a Cameron Honeycomb slots in at 6?
Yeah.
Or do you take a Jasper Visser to 6 and Cam goes in at 8?
No, I think Cam will have to go
To 6.
Visser stays 8.
I actually think like the perfect ball scenario will be for obviously Dion to stay at flank and Cam to eventually come on at number 8. Lure de Jager gets an extended run.
I'm excited about being there.
Esterhuizen, I think, just comes on as a centre for this weekend, although we don't know.
Yeah, guys, look, we have to move on here. So, but Dan Bigger said the All Blacks made the Springboks look average last week. Harsh or fair? I think harsh.
Yeah, well, I mean, like if you look at the game, it's 33, 17, 5 tries to 1. But like I think if you really watch the game and you've had any in-depth look at it, like I don't think the comment makes a lot of sense.
The 5 tries to 1, I think, is what it is based on.
Yeah.
If you score 5 tries to 1, that is a comfortable win. But then you need to look at the way that the tries were scored. The first 2, I suppose they, well executed. We still had kind of, our starting team on the field, even though the second one already, Morby's try, Jesse was on the wing, so you're not that comfortable in your defensive system. Everybody shifts out the channel, but then the other tries, Fabian Holland, against the run of play, and the other 2 tries basically.
Fabian Holland, quickly, answer. Was Will Jordan part of that ruck? Because then he's fine with that, because we got a lot of comments around that.
I don't know. There's one where, like, obviously Will Jordan's lying on the side, holding his...
Yeah, that's one, yeah.
Yeah, but I think, the margin's so small. If you play that in Evans, it's a bit...
Together.
Yeah. It's the same thing.
Face fair then. Let's say the decision was...
Evan got pinned, got a charge down. He probably would have...
And he was onside.
Yeah.
Well, he was pinned as offside, but I don't know.
But I still, with that scrum, I still say reset.
Yeah.
Okay, but coming back to your question about the 5 tries and Dan Bigger's comment though.
Yeah.
Then the other 2 tries that they scored, we only had 13 on the field. Well, what the second to last one?
Yeah.
We had
that was from the Then we still had 15.
And
that's
then we had 13
after the scrum, they the long
severe
kick,
ones.
and that was probably the easiest of the lot. So when you break it down, then I think it is a harsh comment. But 5 tries to 1, you take it on the chin.
Yeah, take it on the chin, guys. Siya back as captain.
I think it's big having him there. I think he's an inspirational person to have there. And also, don't underestimate Siya, from a ball carrying ability, from a
I thought Siya played well against Argentina.
Defensive point of view, stopping momentum, so having Siya Kolisi there, I think is a huge positive for the South African team.
Like, there's a rumor floating around that Nico Amushikili is pulled out. Like, it's not official, but like it's just out there.
He might be sick.
He might be under the weather, and Angus Gardner taking over. So we don't know. Like I think last week, maybe Siya would have been able to put Carly under a bit more pressure.
Yeah. Nche gets his 50th.
Amazing.
What a player. What a player for South Africa.
How good was he last week? Like, taking account, like he was
Have you ever
out.
seen him have a bad scrum?
No.
Yeah, I've done at Newlands against France Malherbe.
Oh yeah,
Remember?
URC.
Yeah, like the big URC derby in December.
Yeah,
Remember that guy?
That's the only time. Yeah.
Remember that guy, Frans Malherbe?
yeah. Remember that guy?
Yeah.
No, Flip Ox.
Not for the Springboks.
Yeah. What a career he has had, and the way that he's, and again it's your forte here, but the way that he's able to demolish an opposition scrum. It's not just getting the upper hand, it is absolutely demolishing it. And I think what is extremely underrated is his ball carrying ability and his work rate around the park, being able to make tackles, So it's not just that. It is the package that you get. He's a great ball carrier.
Yeah. He's an incredible ball carrier.
But look at Ox when he played for him and Dre were playing for Free State together. Look at their ball carriers. Oscar, he was making line breaks back then.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's there, you know what I mean? It's just obviously in a different system or whatever it is. But 50 games, scrumming-wise, probably one of the great scrummers.
Like you get like Shimmy, you would know this. You get like neat scrummagers who can have their day, and then you get like Ox who is aggressive. They attack. Like, he's an attacking scrummager. Like, he wants to pulverize, which I absolutely love.
Guys, in the professional era, to have Ostirand, Steven Kitshoff, beast, Ox and Nche.
Beautiful.
I mean, those
As
loose heads.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Amazing.
It's like having Devet Barry. Anyway, let's move on. Plumtree said our defensive, John Plumtree said the Bok defense, rush defense has become too risky. Guys, we're going to have to be quick here. Has it become too risky? Or, look, we've discussed it.
Yeah.
The charge down, the scrum thingy down to 13 men. I like our defensive system, I think, works against
I think it works for the Springbok DNA, our culture. But like it is high risk. Like other sides can't implement it. We know the Stormers do, but we all know the risk associated with a big rush is width. If you don't set the rucks properly, if teams get continuous quick ball, you get caught short. But like no one's been better at putting sides under pressure than this Boks side. Also, what you've got in your favour is like we're the only nation in the world that implements it.
Yeah.
You don't play against the rush often. Like you think, you come up against the rush. It's a bit of a shock and awe experience.
So comfortable.
Yeah.
But
like
also,
it's that old Mike Tyson theory is like you've got a game plan until I punch you in the face type of it. Like where do you go? Like that opening set, couple of sets from the Boks on the weekend, that was proper.
but also, Scott, like, which of the tries that we conceded on the weekend was down to the rush defense?
Nah, none of them.
Of them. So it's easy to make a statement like that. But I mean, in terms of the way we started, and again, when we had our starting team for the first, 15 minutes, 12 minutes, we were looking really good on defense. We were putting them under pressure, making double hits, getting the turnovers. And that's what we want to see on the weekend. Even more so in a game where your ruck speed will probably be a little bit slower, where you can set the defense, you can get a little bit more width. Hopefully it works for us.
Pieter-Steph, 100 caps.
Incredible.
Like just take into account, he's playing with a 70-year-old ACL. He's playing with his dad, it's ACL.
Yeah. Just to reinforce his knees. So there's extra in. Because they strapped it around around the back as well. I think there was like a strengthening. But
no, there's good stories about all these guys. But obviously he's a great player. We all know that. But he also had plenty of injuries as a youngster. Sharks, then down to the Stormers. To play 100 tests after all of that, that's incredible.
I think, Shami, if you purely go on the stats, he is part of the conversation every single time when you speak about some of the best players that we've had in the country ever.
In the world.
Yeah, well, even
Two
maybe
times.
there.
You can throw
Two
him
times
as
world
best in the world.
So, world player of the year, you become part of that conversation from a South African point of view. Then you add the 100 test matches to it, the fact that he's been South African player of the year so many times, the consistency that he provides, every time that he puts the jumper on, he is right up there.
The Valley of Kings. You there, Jean?
No, I was never.
Handshake with 100 with the guys with 100 caps.
That's just caps. The fact that you get an accolade. So
he's at a very suave function
as accolade as a world player of the year.
Can we watch from outside the restaurant?
That puts you in a different league.
Can I watch from outside the restaurant and wave at you? Will you wave at me if I see you tomorrow night?
We've got to be in the
100 cap function.
We've got to be at the waterfront tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it tonight?
Yeah, it's tonight.
Can we come watch there? Can I drive you there?
Yeah, you can. Thank you. I'll take
Are we
that.
allowed to, is there secret hand?
Thank you.
If you guys are sitting around the table and I come sit there and say, Shimmy, you don't have 100 caps, go away. How does it work?
Shimmy, me and you can go to Q4, boy.
Yeah, we'll go to Q4. Where are you going on the waterfront? Which restaurant? It's probably the Silo. Yeah. Big dogs.
Just go on.
You can see Australia from there. That's how big it is. That's how high up it is there. You can see Australia and New Zealand.
I was not referring to the 100 games. I was referring to the World Player of the Year.
What's your first drink there? Champagne. You're not having MCC there. You're having champagne there.
Twice World Player of the Year.
But also,
let's celebrate Pieter-Steph du Toit.
On top
no,
of
let's
that,
celebrate him. What a man.
On top of it,
absolute legend.
Playing your 100th against the All Blacks. That's one.
Yeah.
Secondly, in Cape Town. Like his family vineyard is 45 minutes away, give it an hour away. Like for the family, he lives down the road close to John.
Great family.
Yeah, it's an awesome experience.
No, it's a great
all
family.
Involved.
Yeah, and a good guy, absolute legend. So congratulations to Pieter-Steph and wish him the best and his family. Wish him the best for his 100th. Johan, The other flanker, I think the brother played fullback or wing.
I'm just going to put it out there.
Yeah.
Because I got that stat. 4 South Africans have played
Don't
their
say it.
100th game against the All Blacks, and all 4 have lost.
Yeah.
Okay? We're going to turn that around this weekend. Thank
Yeah,
you.
there we go. We're going to buck the trend.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was involved in
putting it
a
out
lot
there.
of those ones,
Yeah.
except John's.
Now we're putting it out there.
Yeah.
Okay, positive energy.
Okay, are we by impact player of the season? Of the year?
Season.
Of the year.
Of this weekend.
Oh, hold on, where are we going here?
That's
Shall
just
we?
getting to me.
Are we
Are we by
November?
impact player?
Season.
Are we by impact
Season,
player?
yeah.
Jeepers, season,
We by
yeah.
impact player.
Week,
I'm
game.
going to say
Of
Pieter-Steph.
of the decade.
Actually, you know what? I'm going to say 100 Pollard.
Is this for the decade or is this for the
It's
century?
for, it's for, it's
Where
for,
we going
it's
at?
for the Castle Double Malt greatest rivalry.
Do you know who I'm going with?
I'm going
with,
Pollard.
I'm going with Malcolm Marks.
That's a good call.
This is actually teed up for Malcolm Marks.
I'm going Malcolm.
Is it Marks or Marks?
Marks.
Okay.
On your marks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Scala? I think Pollard, eh?
Yeah, we got to, like you went Andre. I think I'll scrum. That's one. But like, I mean, we say that often. I still think he's playing exceptional rugby at the minute. I still think Damien Willemse
Ooh.
this
It
weekend.
was actually good. You forget how good he was last week.
Yeah.
I think Damien Willemse's game this weekend.
But, I mean, if he puts in the same kind of shift as last week, Jasper Visser will be right up there.
I mean,
Let's hope he can.
I described it as a Paul Jim guy playing against Bishops. That's what,
he was.
that's what Jasper
Yeah.
Visser looked like.
Jeez, he was incredible last week.
No, it was incredible. Gee, he almost made a line break
From the
a kickoff. How do you do that against New Zealand?
But I think
You
that,
catch the ball, you break the line, you almost.
Do you think-
that if his feet were smaller, he would have made a line break?
No, but that whole phase or the sequence that explained the Bok
Yeah.
performance.
Yeah.
Because you were so close to actually making the line, but
And
you
then-
didn't, and then you have to face a line out in your own
22 entry.
So
That's good. Yeah. Rope-a-dope, Mike Tyson, you get punched. Jeez, some good
everything.
analogies come
Yeah, I
out.
know.
punching you in
That's
the
why
face.
you paid
paid-
premium fees. Okay? Guys, we pay Millennium 15. We're picking loose
Are we
heads.
still busy with this
Yeah.
thing?
The loose heads, guys, we're almost done. Loose
Okay,
heads.
like
Shit, I can't think of loose heads.
Kian Healy.
Kiss Muse,
Tony Woodcock.
Tony Woodcock. Then
Tony Woodcock.
Tony Woodcock. France.
what have we
was-
got in England? England's always had decent scrummages. Come on, England.
Yeah.
What was Roundtree?
Tony Woodcock was a machine.
Not Roundtree. What about the big
Sheridan.
guy? Sheridan. Andrew Sheridan.
And the Frenchies? The
So
Frenchies
we had
must have
Castro
a few.
Giovanni. You know which hooker I missed out? William Servat, but we went for
Thompson.
Thompson.
Steve Thompson.
You went
Sheridan.
for no. You went for Thompson.
Sheridan.
How about Marcos Ayerza?
Oh, you got to have an Argentinian there.
No, it's because
Look at you, boy.
No, it's only
He played for Leicester
only,
also.
only because he
That's why
played for
we pay
Leicester.
the-
Yeah,
well,
that's
that's why we pay the big dollar. Marcus Ayetza. Ayetza gets in there.
He was a proper loose.
Yeah.
And Castro Giovanni and him together in the scrum.
Unbelievable. Great selection, boy.
Yeah, don't worry.
Well done. I'm proud of you.
You can learn from
Okay,
me.
guys,
Sorry.
Betway. As you know, we've launched rugby's greatest bet for Castle Double Malt, rugby's greatest rivalry. 1 million is up for grabs every test. That's right. 1 million rand is up for grabs. This is how it works. Place $50 or more. Get the exact score on Betway. That unlocks the prediction for the test this week. If you get the score exactly right, you win 1 million rand.
We're splitting it.
Yeah, we're splitting it.
We're going to Mauritius, no?
We'll go anywhere.
Okay. All right.
We're gonna walk left. Yeah? We're walking left and we're going wherever we want. Okay, nails it. Just us, Jean. Before you invite the whole family, it's the boys' trip.
Do you not like my family?
No, I love your family, but it's a boys' trip.
Okay.
You can invite the family. The family's coming.
No,
John's
that's
not coming anymore.
I'm
I love my
joking.
family. I love my family.
Okay, guys. Let's get our predictions right. 1 million rand on the line here. $50 bet on the Betway app. What was my score? I sent in a score earlier.
You went.
Oh, it's very close to mine. I think 2015.
Yeah, something like that. Where did I put that?
What was your score, John? I've
I
not
went
seen yours.
22-19.
We're all similar. Like last week, you were the outlier, Shimmy. With
Schalkburger,
I went to 18-14.
18-14. And
That
Yani,
tight.
and Yani Masana Shemangi, 20-15. And Jean de Villiers, he went 22-19.
Okay, so we all
All
feel
to
the
box.
same. That like it's low scoring tight.
He went by 4.
I think there
by
might be a
5.
blowout. Can we change it? Not
You
really.
can do, I suppose you can do as you wish.
Like a
before the
blowout?
game
I'll
starts.
go 30-20.
30-20.
To the
the
box,
box, yeah.
or to the All Blacks.
No, to the box.
Just checking. Okay.
I'll go 30-20 to the box.
And if we get there and it rains, you're not going to change it back to.
More
That's what it is.
scrum, power game. Paul Jim's finest rugby player, 100 Pollard. will take this one off the line.
You'd be surprised how the score kind of compounds even in a wet game. If you do just take your penalties,
know.
one
Yeah.
try, like, you know.
I think
So
the
that's why
box
I
will
got
be a bit edgy. Anyway, like I'm going on. It's just a little poor gut feel. I think it's going to be low scoring tight. I've always called it this
Yeah.
week.
Cool, guys. All of us are at
We are
DHL
at
Stadium
DHL
in
Stadium.
Greenpoint.
Also, what I have here is that because you didn't do your forfeit, you must take us out here after your closing with a 30-second a cappella song. Anything you can say, you can sing anything.
I can't sing. Have you lost your mind, boy?
Again, it's not me.
One thing I can't do is sing.
I'm just
No, like-
unless there are many things you can't do. But
He's had a sip of his Coca-Cola. He's fine.
Yeah.
Like I mean, like surely we're not like. It feels like I'm back in high school.
it's uncomfortable.
exactly. A cappella, forfeits, this and that.
Tell me why.
We look
Carry
like
on, do it for me.
Close up. boy.
Guys, thank you very much. You can catch this weekend's test match on your World of Champions, Super Sports, Curry Cup Rugby also, the Verdict next week, Boks Unpacked again next week, and we're off to the Calabash. So the greatest rivalry tour continues. The Castle Double Malt greatest rugby rivalry tour continues. Schalkburger, Jean de Villiers, thank you very much. I will catch you guys over the weekend on the Verdict. Well done to Pieter-Steph du Toit on his 100th test. Buck the train, buddy. Good luck to everybody there. Let's go, Bokke.
yeah, Shimmy.
Lekker shimmy.
Shimmy, that was unbelievable.
Nice. I like the energy.